I don't need to get a tattoo. I don't need to mark my body with ink. I don't need to pierce my tongue, get a septum piercing, stretch my earlobes. I don't need to be wearing graphic t-shirts. I don't need to shave part of my head. I don't need to grow my hair long. I don't need to keep my beard a certain way or not to have a beard at all. I don't need any of that to express myself. And it's so easy for me to just sit here in front of the camera to be saying all these things. It's so easy for me to just turn on the camera, speak to it as if the world needs to hear my opinions. I don't need to be doing any of that to express myself. And so do you. You don't need to do any of that to express yourself. People will think this body, your physical body, is completely detached from your soul. It's an empty shell that your soul lives in until the day that you die. Then this physical body is no longer a vehicle for your soul to reside in. They think that the body is completely detached from the soul, and that's not true. Your body is one of a kind. You are one of a kind. Take 7.8 billion people in this world, and if you compare them on a biological level, there'll be differences. There's no one person who's the same. Even twins, you take two twins and you separate them at birth through the accumulation of different life experiences, different environments, they will become different people. The moment of birth, the moment that the twins come into this life, they are already different people. One comes out before the other, they are already different people. And so are you. No one is like you. No one is like me. You don't need a big sign, a big YouTube channel, I don't know, whatever, to tell everybody that you are a one of a kind. You are someone that God made specifically this way that distinguish you from the rest of the pack. People are so scared of this herd mentality. They're so scared of being called a sheep that they will do anything to prove their individuality, and you don't need to do that. Now I've realized I've made several mistakes in the past. What I've been very vocal about my opinions and trying to scream at everybody, hey, I'm different. I don't need to be making YouTube videos. I don't need to do this. I don't need to prove a point. I already know that you and I are so different. We are so different. I don't need to show the whole world my whole story to let them know that, hey, I'm different. I don't need to. I don't need to tell you anything because I know already and you know already. People might have different reasons for why they get tattoos, different reasons for why they get body modifications, different reasons for why they need to wear band t-shirts or to be affiliated with some big corporations. My lawyer has advised me not to speak on this topic, but yeah, I don't need to be doing any of that. I can wear white t-shirts. I can have the most basic haircuts, and I know I'm already a different person. The reason why I think, this is my opinion, okay? I might be wrong. You might disagree, you might agree, I don't care. I think the reason why people are compelled to get tattoos, to get body modifications, it's because the world is deaf and blind to this truth that every single human being on this earth is so unique and so special in their own ways. Because the world is blind and deaf to this knowledge, People felt the need to express themselves. They felt the need to scream at people's face to show the world, hey, I am not just a human like you. I'm not the same person as you. This is how I differ from you. I have tattoos. I have a full sleeve tattoo. This is my story. I am different from you. Okay? Why do people felt the need to scream at others, to upload these videos, to get markings on their bodies? Why? Because the world, it seems as though the world is not listening to them. That's why they need to express themselves this way. Okay? I don't need to do that. I've come to the point of realization. It's a real turning point for me. A real turning point in me becoming more mature and realizing that I don't need to be doing this. I don't need to have clickbaity titles. I don't need to scream to the world to say, hey, look, me, I'm just a regular guy, but I live in this place and I do these things. This is my job, this is my title, I make YouTube videos. I don't need to do that. I don't need to prove to anybody anything. And so do you. You do you. You might have a reason for why you're doing things, but you don't need to, because you and I know we are inherently unique people. We have different qualities. We have different life experiences. We have different things to offer to the world. Okay? You don't need to be screaming in people's face, look, I have these tattoos. These are my stories. These are the places I've been to. These are the traumas. Because we know you're different. We know you have different life experiences. I am neither condoning or promoting body modifications, because I am in no place to judge others for what they do. In a way, tattoos are a great way for people to really bring their traumas, the stories to life. Maybe it's an addiction, maybe they're trying to overcome an addiction, and that's why they get tattoos, because every time they feel the need to shoot up heroin. Why am I telling you about this? I know this because I'm not going into details, but there have been people in the past in which I ran into, I'm not going to say where. I feel like I can't even say that anymore without being cancelled. But there are a couple of women in the past in which I've been with, and every time I lay down with them and I see these tattoos, I always ask them, what is the story behind your tattoos? And they say, oh, it's an addiction. I'm trying to battle my traumas and addictions, and every time I feel the need to do these things, I will get tattoos instead. And I think that is a sign of bravery. Okay, in a way, by inflicting pain on themselves, it makes it more real, I guess. It's commitment. By having a mark on your body and the pain that comes with it, it reminds them of this struggle, and now it's a part of them. Like they are fighting this battle and they've overcame it by these tattoos. And that's why these scars, they tell a story. Okay, those scars tell a story about yourself, but you don't need to do that. You know that, right? You don't need to. You are different. You are unique. You don't need a tattoo to tell people that. I acknowledge your difference. I acknowledge your individuality, and I respect that. I really appreciate every single person out there, because I know the inherent uniqueness that is within each one of us. This body isn't just a shell, an empty shell that the soul lives in until the day that we die and we discard this body. No, it's part of you. It's your, I don't know. It's so unique and special, you know. You don't need to scream in everybody's face. that, hey, I have different colored hair, I have different tattoos because I am an individual. You don't need to. I know. You don't need to be wearing a band t-shirt. Just I could be wearing a white t-shirt from now on and I still know that I'm unique. I think the problem here is the world not willing to listen to you, not willing to acknowledge this inherent beauty and uniqueness that is you. With that, I want to say thank you to everybody who's watching my videos. I hope you're doing well out there. Stay strong. God bless. And I'll speak to you next time. Okay? Stay strong. I have complete faith in all of you.